We really think that there's three metrics that are most important for Nike, both in terms of their earnings today and the long-term algorithm. North America revenue growth, their biggest market, is obviously one of those, and we expect mid-single-digit growth in the quarter that's going to print after the close. Gross margin, which they're seeing expansion from mix, both from a channel and geographic standpoint, is another key metric. And third is absolutely China revenue. It's been an explosive market for them over the past few years. We absolutely expect that to continue. We're seeing strength in full price sales, especially on the footwear side, and we're actually modeling 20% growth in this second quarter on top of a 30% gain last year.
We saw Nike end this year its practice of selling its products on Amazon. Is its direct-to-consumer business here and internationally going to pay off, do you think, in 2020? Did the Amazon thing hurt them at all?
Look, we think that their DTC strategy is paying off right now, is really leading to strong revenue and margin gains. And ultimately, our expectation is that an acceleration of that direct-to-the-consumer will probably be John Donahue's game plan as we think about his tenure as he takes over in 2020. Nike today sells still nearly 70% of their product in North America through the wholesale channel. And it's just a tad below that from an international standpoint. We believe ultimately Nike will be more of a 50-50 split between wholesale and their own stores and website. And that is the reason why we still remain very bullish on Nike into next year, despite the outperformance we've seen year to date.
I mean, you do have a couple of things stacking up in Nike's favor. One is a new contract with Major League Baseball. Another is the Olympics. The third is the Euro 2020 competition. But the thing in there that I want to ask you about is the new CEO, Mr. Donahue, who is not a shoe dog. He is not. He did not grow up in Nike. What do you think his challenge is, and how do you think he'll face it?
It's a great question. I think first and foremost, we have to acknowledge that Mark Parker, who's done a phenomenal job over his tenure, isn't leaving the company. And he is, the shoe dog, if you will, and will still very much be there assisting from a product standpoint. I think what John really brings to the table is his tech and online sales background, right? And so as we think about Nike's app, as we think about their ability to be a better retailer and engage a loyal customer through their own websites around the world, I think that we will see a meaningful push and focus in those areas. And ultimately, that is what we think will be a big margin and bottom line driver, is them gaining market share through their own app and websites, and that's pretty margin accretive.
All right, Paul, real quickly, picks for 2020?
Yeah, absolutely. So Nike is remaining one of our top picks into 2020. In addition, we actually like Ulta Beauty as a comeback story after a tough print a little over a quarter ago. And then lastly, Five Below, the best growth story in retail.